everyone. Welcome to day 10. You made it to double digits. Awesome work. Thank you again for joining me on this recovery journey. We're going to introduce a pose today. You might have heard of it before. It's called Sphinx pose or Salamba Bhujangasana, which is a great pose to kind of open up our belly and our chest and work a little bit on our shoulders. So come on down to the ground. We'll get started in our practice. Settle into this moment. Sit up nice and tall. Notice your breath. Begin to find that ocean breath. So as we go through this practice today, because a lot of this is building on what we've already learned, I am going to challenge you to follow yourself, follow your breath, and just let my voice be a guide. So maybe that means closing your eyes, maybe that means just looking away from the screen and trusting that you know where we're going. Part of the recovery journey is at some point we have to trust that our body knows what it's doing and that we can do this. So that being said, let's come on down to hands and knees. We'll stack the knees under the hips, the hands under the shoulder blades. And then when you're ready, when your breath guides you, inhale, we'll drop the belly, pressing away from the yoga mat. Exhale, bringing it all in, rounding through the spine. Maybe we find a little gentle movement as we inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So in each pose, we'll take about 5 to 7 breaths or so. So if your breath is going a little slower or faster than mine, feel free to just follow yours. And then meet us as we transition to each next pose. Awesome work. We'll bring yourself to a neutral spine, pressing away from the earth before we bring the toes to touch, knees as wide as the yoga mat, and as we sink down to child's pose. Again, option here to bring your palms to touch and overhead as you scoot the elbows forward, creating a little bit more space in that side body. Awesome. Slowly press up, and then we'll swing the knees to one side, coming to roll on our backs. Bringing the whole back flush with the mat, feeling the support of the earth. Before we bring one knee in and then the other, bringing the knees to our chest, creating gentle movement here, checking in with how we feel, how the body feels. And then we'll settle in for 3 breaths here in stillness. Awesome work. Slowly bring the feet down to the ground as we roll onto our left side. You guessed it, our left side. As we come into Dandasana or staff pose, settling in, flexing those toes, maybe bending the knees a little bit if that's what you need. Bringing the crown of the head up, checking in with our shoulders, reaching the shoulder blades together. Coming back to our breath. Awesome. On our next inhale, we'll reach the hands up and overhead. And then fold at the hips, reaching for our feet. Head to knee pose. It's always a good idea to check in the middle of your practice to see where you're clenching or maybe where you're holding. So often we are clenching like in the knees or in the jaw or in our face. So if you are, just loosen those. Settle into the breath again. Awesome. We'll come back up to a straight back position before we bring one foot in and then the other for a butterfly. Again, remember, you don't have to bring your heels all the way in towards you, just as far as they can go for you, what feels comfortable. On each exhale, imagine your knees sinking deeper into the earth or towards the earth. Imagine yourself lengthening in the spine on each inhale. One more breath here. Awesome. All right. So we're going to introduce Sphinx pose. So to come out of butterfly, we're going to bring our knees together and then walk our feet a little bit in front of us. And then we're going to do the most yoga thing ever and just roll onto our bellies. Coming back down to the ground, back down to the floor. You can move your pillow out of the way if you have that. And as you stretch out, you're going to bring your elbows right underneath your shoulders and then placing your forearms and your palms out straight in front of you like 2 parallel lines. Your feet will lay flat against the earth, and then you will press up, away from the earth, creating space between your shoulder and your ear. And then you'll look forward. Voila, Sphinx pose. So you should feel it in your belly, kind of lengthening those abdominal muscles. But you should also feel it in your shoulders. This pose really challenges our shoulder strength, even though the earth is supporting a lot of our body weight. Press those palms into the earth. Check in with the breath. Press that pelvis, that pubic bone into the earth as well. Really working on that earth connection to our body, so that hand to earth and the lower half of our body, so leg to earth connection. Come back to our breath. Two more breaths here. You got this. Awesome work. You can come back down to lay flat on the ground, and then we'll just gently press up and come to the posture we started in, our Sukhasana, or our easy seat or comfortable seat, to end our practice. We'll sit up nice and tall. And then to end today, instead of ending on an Ujjayi breath, we're going to sigh out through the mouth, kind of letting go of the rest of the energy in our body so we can continue the rest of our day, but leave it all here on the mat. So on your next inhale, we'll inhale, big breath, and then exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Ah, awesome. Thank you so much for joining me today. You're doing awesome. Double high five for day 10 and for making it to double digits in your recovery journey. I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.